altitude.
This looked like the start of a great rivalry, and tonight definitely showed that this could be right up there with maybe the Portland Seattle.
Narrowly as far as Bale! Oh, what a goal! The 19-year-old!
Comical to the middle, and it's 5!
I love this roster. This is our roster. This is our team. This is our family to compete for our push here in the last third of the season.
Schweinsteiger, just in the nick of time, the Fire have the lead thanks to the German.
Josef Martinez, 10 out of 10. A new MLS record.
Our headline, though, is this man, Josef Martinez. He broke his own record last year, 9 straight games with a goal. This year, 10 straight games with a goal, because this is just what he does. You'll see the goal in a little bit, but this was a great game between two powers in the Eastern Conference, Charlie.
Yeah, New York City FC came out with a little bit of a different lineup. They wanted to rest some guys, fresh legs. It didn't matter. This was all Atlanta, and P.T. Martinez had the game of the season. This was his best game in an Atlanta United shirt. He was active, he was aggressive, just couldn't get on the score sheet. But it's all about this man, Josef Martinez. 2 goals. The man's unstoppable. I thought the man was on fire. No. Just give him the golden boot. He's on a mission.
He would have had a hat trick too.
He should have.
Penalty kick.
He should have. It's okay.
What's going on here?
VAR, are you there?
Oh, Maxime Chanot clearly takes down Pity. It doesn't matter in the end, but look, at the end of the day, if you see Josef miss that golden boot or maybe another record by 1 goal, just saying. Meanwhile, he owns this one outright. 10 straight games with the goal. That's 2019. 9 straight is 2018. 9 straight again. Diego Valeri set that in 2017. Josef Martinez is absolutely incredible. Here is what he holds right now. Consecutive games with the goal. 10. Most goals in a single season. 31. He set that last year. Most goals in a 3-year span. 70. Wando's got 153. He's the all-time leader. He's got half in 3 seasons.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. You're right.
2.5.
Is Josef Martinez the best goal scorer in MLS history?
He's the best goal scorer in MLS history.
No doubts.
There is no doubt. Because when you look at what he can do, how he's only focused on scoring. That's it. That's his job. And he makes great runs. He's great in the air. He's strong. And he can finish with both feet. He's a dynamic. He's the ultimate striker. When you talk about a predator in the box, it is Josef Martinez. If I'm a coach and I need a goal scorer, I'll pay whatever you need me to pay to get him on my squad.
It's the way he's doing it too as well. If you look at some of these other records that you saw in those consecutive goals, I remember Diego Valeri's streak where he got to 9 and you're like, you felt that. It was something you were talking about all the time. This one almost snuck up on you because he did it last year with 9 and then he breaks his own record again. And that's what we've become accustomed to seeing with this guy where you say, I've never seen this before. He gets to 30. He made that look pretty easily. He had room to spare. Then you're thinking Carlos Vela is running away with it. Nobody's ever going to touch what Carlos Vela is doing. He's going to run away with the record. He's only 3 off the pace right now. And I think Josef Martinez has a real chance of breaking his own record again. And if he keeps this up, he's going to have all the records at the end. If he stays in MLS throughout the duration of time, which he seems very content to be here.
He signed a 5-year deal. He's 26 years old.
He's going to end up with all these records at this rate. I mean, it's almost just inevitable.
No Wando, no BWP, no Twellman, no Ruiz, no Lassiter. None of these guys. It's Josef.
All due respect.
Yeah, I was going to say, all due respect. some big names in there, and they've done some incredible things in this league. But what Josef Martinez has managed to do in just 2.5 years is out of this world. It is out of. He strikes fear into every opponent, and you know it's Atlanta United. They're always going to keep players around him who can feed him the ball, who can get him the ball. This isn't the case where you have Zlatan Ibrahimovic and it's just launch the ball forward and hopefully he's on today. And if he's not, we're not winning. You know, this is Josef Martinez, and we're going to surround you with a plethora of options. Guys who can create on them by themselves. You have Julian Gressel who can whip balls in from the end line, from all over the place. He's always going to have players that can set him up.
He's got a little bit of a lot of those names that you mentioned. The fearlessness in the box that Taylor Twellman or Brian Ching had, the ability in the air, the penalty, and amongst all those names, the selfishness. You saw that moment where P.T. Martinez goes over, immediately draws the penalty, and he's like, Una, just give me one, like, please.
Make the prayer hands, because he went with the prayer hands. Yeah, he knew his prayer was going to be unanswered. There was never a chance.
No, and I'm going to put myself in Josef Martinez's position in that instance, and I'm gonna give him the ball.
You are?
But that's the difference.
Because I know what it can do for a teammate, and I know he struggled. So I'm thinking about all these things. It's like I want him to feel good. I want him to have confidence. Here's that. I don't need this goal.
That's what I love about Josef, though, that it didn't even cross his mind. You knew right away that he's like, nah, it's like that is not happening. You may be going through some struggles, whatever it is. Thank you for drawing that penalty. Good move. This is mine. I'm going to step up. And he goes and celebrates.
I'm the goal scorer, and I don't think his teammates think any less of him.
But that's revealing. That's a part of the reason why he's going to end up with all these records.
I don't think they think less of him. Let's actually hear what Atlanta United had to say about this record after the match.
It makes me look good, with that cross. I might have overhit it a little bit. He gets up there, gets at the end of it and then puts it away. That's just the guy he is, He's relentless. I feel like he said after the game, I'm sorry for not scoring that third one. But, that's just the type of guy he is. He scores 2 goals and we win, and he's still kind of upset that he misses the chances. That shows his character right there.
We're probably a bit spoiled. The ball goes in the box and you just expect him to pop up and score from whatever angle. However difficult the pass is, the ball is.
He brings some kind of energy. He demands from other players that they, have to give the best out of themselves, and he pushes them, to the limit. And I think, that's fantastic to see. He pushes himself to the limit, to scoring goals, and always eager, to be there in front of the goal. And he expects also from his teammates. And sometimes he's angry about it when it's not going his way, but he keeps everybody awake.
Here it is, the MLS Golden Boot presented by Audi leaderboard. 20 goals for Josef Martinez so far. Carlos Vela got 1 on Sunday. That takes him to 23. So the gap is 3, 9 games left for Atlanta, 3 at home, 6 on the road. Here's the poll from Charlie Davies. Who will win the MLS Golden Boot presented by Audi? 46% of you said Carlos Vela. 36% said Josef Martinez. You say, Kalen?
Wait, who's saying other is my question.
I don't know. 4% of you got to re-examine.
I think that's Kai Kamara voting or somebody. But yeah. I mean, that's that you couldn't have more polar opposites as far as personality between Vela and Josef Martinez. As far as Vela makes everything look easy, and I think he's just scoring just by his talent, his ability. He's pushing things on, but I feel like Josef Martinez isn't going to sleep tonight because he missed that third opportunity from.
He had a couple that he missed here. He's probably not going to sleep. He's going to go back and replay that PK that didn't get called and say, I was robbed. I should have had the hat trick. What happened?
So if I'm forced to, it's hard. I make a general rule not to pick against Josef Martinez. But I can't leave Vela at this point. I've been with him throughout the whole season. I think he's going to run away with it. And I think ultimately, just based on this team, the way that they won with 4 goals tonight, didn't play their best match, I think the system gets Vela the.
Josef, you going with the 9?
I'm going with the number 9, Josef Martinez, because he is the only option. He is the guy. He's at the spear, the tip of the spear. When you look at what Carlos Vela does, is he creates, he can score goals, he takes the penalties, but he provides. He has 15 assists on the year. He's going to run away with the MVP. That's especially the way that this LAFC team is playing. He's the catalyst. He provides everything. But Josef Martinez is solely responsible for scoring goals, and that's what's going to take him to the next level. And the desire. He's not happy with 1, 2. He wants more.
He wants the Golden Boot.
Carlos Vela's like, I'll play, jogo bonito, and we'll have fun. But Josef Martinez is like, we're up 5-0, keep going. I need more.
And that's what Atlanta need from him as well. When he scores, when he's on, they're winning. When they're winning, they do things like, get 70 points or win MLS Cup. So I think it's pretty clear at this point. Frank de Boer's Atlanta United, despite the fact that we haven't seen them at their best this year, is among the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Whether or not the best, you can argue that all day long.
But can we talk about Frank de Boer and where this team is now compared to 2 months ago? And the doubt from the fans, from myself,
from the players,
from the players, that we're not playing well, we don't like it, we're not happy, and now they're almost at the top of the East. They're scoring goals, they're having fun, and this looks like a team that's going to be very tough to beat come the final stretch.
All right, I think we're all in agreement. When you're talking about the Eastern Conference, they're somewhere in there, if not the absolute favorite, as you said, Caitlin. But who can challenge Atlanta United? Is it the Union? They're top of the East. They look good. They're piling up results. Are they the challenger, or are they a step ahead?
I think they're the challenger. I mean, Atlanta United have the title right now, and to me, when it's a tight race, I generally go with the experience and the top-end talent. So that clearly favors Atlanta United. But I think this Philly team does have something to say about it still, just based on the consistency and the diversity within the attack. They don't necessarily rely on one player at all, actually. They have a whole host of players that can find goals throughout the attack. So you look through the experience in the back, some of those young players have been bloodied in the years past in the playoffs. You'd expect that to come good in the playoffs. And there's just an energy of belief around the team, led by their captain, Bedoya. If Marco Fabian can make an extra impact, it could really take them over the top.
Blue side of New York, Charlie, they're a challenger as well, no doubt about it.
NYCFC for me is the challenger. You look at who they have at their disposal: Bear, Castellanos, Maxi Morales, Matriza, Alex Ring, Tajori Shradi when he's healthy. They have options and depths, and Alex Ring has been pivotal in this midfield. He's key in winning the ball in the midfield, transitions, and he's a great leader. I think that this team is only going to grow, and they're understanding how can we win? What do we need to do to have success in this league?
By the way, they have games in hand. I think the Red Bulls got something. I just don't know what it is at this point. Tonight, I thought I saw it. I saw the press. I saw it trouble LAFC in the first half. I saw them get some goals and be opportunistic. And then it all kind of faded away. That backline's been a little bit of a mystery. But I just feel like if there's a year for the Red Bulls to surprise us, it would be this year, because they're not dominant. Maybe you get in that single elimination in the playoffs. They can't overthink it. I don't know. To me, it's New York City and Philadelphia, but perhaps the Red Bulls have an opportunity there. Is there anybody else? Toronto? Maybe the Revs, Charlie? Who would be challengers?
The Revs could make a late push. I still think that they're growing into what they can be. When you talk about Gustavo Bo and Carlos Hill, who is the newcomer of the year. He's been fantastic. What a signing Carlos Hill has been. But I think they're missing a piece or two to really be in that conversation of top team in the East. But they're happy with being making the progress that they've made after bringing in Bruce Arena, the coaching change, and just the players believing in themselves. So I really do think it's just New York City FC, Philadelphia Union, and Atlanta at the end of the day.